When you came last time, I was a little girl, and now I've grown up a little.
12-year-old Nanavi Todenu is growing up in Benin, West Africa, in Kutaba, a tiny remote village steeped in tradition. When we first met her, Nanavi was 9. In her village, the usual path for girls her age was to be initiated into the traditional voodoo cult and readied for marriage. But the voodoo priest had just given his permission for one girl from each family to attend school, and Nanavi was that girl. The oldest of 4 children, Nanavi was the biggest help on the farm. To send her to school meant sacrificing that help.
Since I work mostly on the farm, I'd like my daughter to work for a hospital or for the government. She could live better that way and earn more money.
Nanavi's father owned a successful corn mill and was respected in the community for his hard work. Nanavi was recruited for school as part of a nationwide effort called Fille pour Fille, or Girl for Girl, to educate the girls of Benin, a country with one of the worst literacy rates and biggest educational gender gaps in the world. Key to this effort has been the mediatrice, or mediator, an educated woman from the area whose job is to convince families of the importance of this mission. In Kutaba, the mediatrice has been Regina Guédou.
Let's talk about your girls going to school, okay? You're not going to overwhelm them with the household chores, are you?
Because there was no school nearby, Nanavi lived in her great-grandmother's village during the week. Like all girls considered at risk of dropping out, she was assigned a dada, or big sister, to look after her. Marguerite's job was part caretaker, part role model. An excellent student herself, she would ensure that Nanavi did well in school.
Nanavi works very well. She has trouble with the number 3, and I'm helping her with that.
Marguerite's job extended until well after dark. When we returned in 2006, Nanavi had suffered a devastating loss. Her father had died, leaving the family destitute.
Since my husband's death, I've been suffering. Who'll support my children with me? The fields are all we have to live on.
He had money. The mill operated well. But when he became ill, he started to spend money to find a cure. And little by little, he spent all his savings. That's why the family now has nothing.
This is my father's corn mill. Since he died, it doesn't work anymore. The crankshaft is broken.
This is the place where my father's storage used to be. Now it's gone. He used to play with me. If I didn't come back from school and it was getting dark, my father would pick me up in the village.
Now more than ever, her mother could use her help on the farm. But it was Nanavi's father's last wish that his daughter remain in school.
My father told me to go to school and not to rest.
Nanavi's Dada, Marguerite, kept an especially close watch on her in the weeks following her father's death.
I told her to keep going to school, and if she needed chalk, I'd give her some. Her father's death shouldn't be an excuse to abandon school.
À l'école, on travaille, jamais la paresse, travaillons, travaillons.
Conjugue-moi le verbe chanter au futur simple. Troisième personne.
Nanavi has made it to the 3rd grade. Her mother was able to scrape together a few dollars for chalk and supplies with help from an uncle and the school.
When poverty hits a family, the only thing that can fix that is school. If she's lucky enough to go to school, she can leave a nurse or a woman of the state. School is the door. If you continue with it, it's the opportunity that allows you to come out on the other side.
Nanavi's class is studying French, geography, and geometry.
Solide ici. Oui, Nanavi, viens nous choisir un solide que tu as trouvé, la page 40 du manuel. Très bien.
Regina, the mediatrice, drops by regularly to make sure the students are making suitable progress.
Vous êtes en train?
Oui.
Les élèves, ça va? Qui est-ce qui a bien travaillé? Qui a été le premier de la classe? Ah, un banc pour lui.
Regina is interested in all the students, but she keeps a special watch on the girls to make sure they stay in school.
Le nombre de garçons présents, le nombre de filles absentes.
Filles. 2.
Vous savez, monsieur, pourquoi les 2 filles, les raisons de leur absence?
Bon, pour les filles, elles sont malades.
Elles sont malades?
Oui.
Les 2 filles sont malades.
Regina travels nearly 200 miles a week to support the girls she's taken under her wing.
Ça fait plus de 5 ans que j'utilise la même.
I've been using the same motorbike for the last 5 years.
Sur plus de 5 ans.
It breaks down constantly, and that really bothers me.
Ça me gêne.
Today, she's visiting Nanavi's mother to show her Nanavi's latest report card. Regina has high hopes for Nanavi, but she's concerned about her future.
Her mother says she can't keep Nanavi in school, especially in 2 years when it's time for middle school. She won't be able to afford it. So we need to do everything we can to help Nanavi stay in school.
For now, Nanavi has a circle of support, but costs in middle school will only increase, and next year she won't have her Dada's help, as Marguerite is headed to middle school herself, one village further away.